Game, Giants, they're a good team. They've been in a lot of games, pretty close games, and looking forward to it. Shane Bowen does a really good job on defense. Got a really good front. Just like last week, these guys have the same type of front, and they get after it. With Burns, he's leading the league in sacks, so we got to be aware of him at all times, and they really do a good job schema-wise. It's kind of like the old New England type of defense. His background is with Vrabel and New England, all those guys. So there's a lot of similarities with the New England type of defense. So we're looking forward to it.
Seems like you can't put too much attention on Burns given what the other guys do.
Yeah.
Carter somehow only has a half sack. It doesn't marry with his film. Is it a case of it's just only a matter of time before he starts getting home in this league?
Well, I hope not. No, but all those guys up front, man, they do a really good job in the scheme of things. Lawrence, he's a load in the middle. So, listen, I think it's a good matchup for us. I like the matchup. We got two really good tackles in the middle, and I feel really good about where we're going right now with the game plan. So, we got to make sure we take care of that front. That's the biggest thing.
With their edges, it seems like they do a lot of damage with stunting in the middle. How important is it for the interior of your line to just kind of be on their P's and Q's with some of those switches?
No question. We've been seeing a lot of that all year. So, we'll practice against that. The line will make the proper calls, the adjustments, and we'll be on point with that. We got a veteran guys.
Without Sam, probably looking for somebody else to maybe step up. Just how important is that third receiver role with either Tesla or Raymond going to be kind of filling that void without Sam the next few years? And when you're speaking of Isaac in particular, how have you liked the way he's kind of developed? And is he a guy that you're starting to trust?
No, I'm starting to trust a lot of guys. All these guys are veteran guys now. So, we'll have certain packages for whoever. Based on what they do. Not having Laporta, it's a tough deal. I always smile when you bring up Laporta. I'm not smiling right now. No, but this gives everybody else some opportunities, and then we have to be creative, and that's the fun part. We love that part, game plan. I love this, trying to figure out things and trying to create mismatch here and there. So we'll have a bunch of different packages, and looking forward to it. We'll practice that today on third down. And even on first and second down, we're putting guys in different spots. They got to learn. Someone's got to step up because that's a big loss not having Laporta. There's no doubt.
John, without Sam out there, where will you feel his absence the most?
All the time. He's a hell of an all-around blocker, receiver. He can do it all. But he was really reliable on third down in the red zone. That's the biggest thing. But his blocking on first and second down, the way he's improved with his blocking, it's just been awesome. So our other tight ends got to step up.
I mentioned this to Jared. He had 5 passes batted down through 9 games, and to have this game, maybe feels like an anomaly, but they also say they see something on film. How do you decide the balance of reacting to a single game and really digging into it, or do you need to see a trend before you start working on adjustments?
You can't tell the quarterback, hey, it's not a problem, okay? Because you do that, then it gets in your head, and then you're going, oh, I got to throw it like this. I got this drop back. Hasn't been a problem. Okay, the line's going to be more aggressive. That's what we have to do. We got to make sure we're taking the proper drop, and you can't have that in his head. Just can't do that. So we really don't even talk about it because it ain't an issue.
What do you see as on third down? Talked about it a lot. Dan talked about it a little bit. Just said it was a combination of a lot of different things. Couple bad throws, couple bad play calls, some drops. Is that tough when it's not one thing you can focus on and look at and say, this is what we need to do?
It's nothing that they did. It's us. Okay. It's kind of been the theme this year. And we just got to make sure that we're all doing this collectively, and that's coaches. We're all doing it together because the only way we make this thing work is we do it together. But you got to win your one-on-one matchups. That's one of the biggest things I talk with the offense about, man. Just dial in, especially like third down. All right, let's dial in. Because sometimes when you put a game plan together, there's a little bit of different formation, to get guys open. There's a little bit of different. The same thing in the red zone. It happens. you might have the same concepts, but might have different formation, try to get guys open. So you got to really dial in, especially on third down. All right, this is my split. This is my technique. And really, we're just erring on technique. Okay? But when we do it all together, okay, it's pretty good. You saw it against Washington. But again, I've said this before, it's that one breakdown where it's a technique error here and there, or we didn't make the throw. Yeah, you want certain calls back. But, man, we convert probably about 4 of those situations on third down was us. There was nothing that they did. There was probably about 3 or 4 where they got us. That's okay. It happens. But, man, we just got to put it all together. That's all we got to do, and that's what we're concentrating. That was one of the biggest things I talk with the offense about, man. Just dial in. Dial in your detail and your technique, okay, every snap on third down especially, all right? Because even like what you see in the first quarter might not be what you see in the fourth quarter when the game's on the line. This guy might have a certain technique. He might do something different. He might have a different move. You got to know that and be ready for it. So the preparation is the key to our success. All right, so that was one of the biggest things. You got to dial in, man. Just dial in. Do more than what you have been doing. Like, our guys are great. We got smart guys, man. We can do a lot of stuff, and that helps. But we got to do it together. The bottom line, we just got to do this together.
John, it's so rare to see a game like that from Amon-Ra St. Brown. What did you see were some of the struggles with the connection between Goff and St. Brown?
We just missed some throws, that's all. Whether it was a technique on the route or I'm talking about the same thing again. That's what it's boiling down to. So just one of those things that happen, all right? So it won't happen again. We'll make sure.
Sorry. It seems like Jahmyr's receiving ability is taking off. I think we've kind of all expected that for a couple seasons here. How have you seen maybe his details in the pass game grow over the course of the season?
Well, we're giving him a lot. I mean, you got to look at who you have, all right? And it's just like I'm talking about having creative ways to find ways to get a guy the ball, and especially when Laporta's down. So other guys have got to step up. But listen, he's really smart. He's really detailed, man. When he gets the ball, even if he screws up a little detail and he gets the ball in his hands, I mean, you saw it. So defenses are scared of something like that, and it helps. It helps, man. It's going to help out everybody. But man, he's fun. He's fun to watch. He's fun to watch, man. Run, pass, everything. Pretty cool.
If you look at the splits between wins and losses, you're averaging almost 100 yards more in your wins, and I think over like 2 yards per carry more. How much does that highlight the importance of getting the run game going? And I guess what would you explain the chasm between your wins and losses when it comes to the run game?
Well, I mean, every game's different, right? So you're going to run plays based on the look, all right? And then you run those plays, and then you just keep dialing it up. And if it's a play for a specific front or a coverage or something like that, and we don't get that look, usually we try to run like all-purpose plays and runs, passes. That's really what we want to try to do. Now, sometimes it's tough. It's tough, and you got to throw it. Or if you can't throw it, you got to run it. And it's based on the look. You try to create the mismatches and different angles in the run game. Having certain guys in there. Demo's got certain type of runs, but he can still do all the runs. Gibby, he can do everything, But I think it's just that. Sometimes the game gets one-dimensional, and you just kind of go with that, and you just call plays accordingly. It's just the way it goes.
Hey, John, what have you seen from Isaac in practice that suggests he might be ready for a bigger role if that's one that comes?
Yeah, he's been playing more. It's just, the ball's not going his way because the quarterback, he has a certain progression a lot. This week, we'll see what happens. He'll have a little bit more. They do play a lot of man-to-man on third down especially, and zone. So it's just like I said with everybody. Everybody's going to have a certain role. It's our job to be creative, try to get these guys open, and put them in certain spots that he's really good at right now. He's still learning. But listen, he's tough. He's physical. I love that part. He's a blocker. I mean, all our wideouts are, but he is, man. He's got it, and he's a lion for that because he blocks his butt off. So it's just only a matter of time for he's going to have a breakout game. We'll see.